Hi, this is Ruth here at Elemental Birth. I'm here today to talk to you about the pelvic floor. So the pelvic floor muscles are vital for our physiological health, for the health of our muscles, of our structures, of how we hold ourselves as human beings. I'm quite passionate about pelvic floor health. I see, mostly in my work, I see how it impacts pregnant women. How it impacts how they're able to carry their baby, their underlying comfort with all that increased weight, and their gait, how they can move in pregnancy as well with that increased weight, that increased pressure on their pelvic floor. But actually, after having 4 babies particularly, I can see how the pelvic floor impacts all of us in our day-to-day life, whether you're a man or a woman or something else, or whether you've had lots of babies, no babies, or a few babies. So the pelvic floor is really vital for our ongoing physical health. And then from an energetic viewpoint, the pelvic floor is just like all the other systems in our body. It's important that the energy can flow through it, that our bodies are in balance. If our pelvic floor is weak, it actually starts to impact the muscles going up the spine, and it will impact our posture. If you see somebody who sits with really, really rolled shoulders, that weakness starts in those pelvic floor muscles. Yeah, that the pelvic floor is what's contributing to that rolled and weakened posture. So a good strong pelvic floor gives a good base for that strong posture. And again, with the energy systems that are flowing through our body, if we have a weak and crumpled up posture, if we are not allowing our bodies to move freely, then it will impact how that energy flows through us and our underlying health and our overall health, so everything within our body can function well. So I'm going to show you a basic pelvic floor exercise today that is suitable for men and women, and can be done very easily. Yeah, you want to be doing this ideally a couple of times a week. If you can and you get on with it, then try and do it a couple of times a week. If you can do it more often than that, then that's fab. And I've got another video as well that you can do daily just to help with your posture, thinking about your pelvic floor. So what this exercise is for doing in the bath. So I'm not going to actually show you in the bath because there would be all kinds of wrong of actually myself getting in the bath. So you're just going to have to imagine that I'm in a bathtub. So what I want you to do is run a bath just as you normally would. You can put all your smellies in there. You can put bubbles in, but it might get in the way a little bit. But you can certainly put your Epsom salts in if you're doing that from our previous weeks. Or as I say, some nice oils or whatever you normally put in your bath is absolutely fine. It's a good idea to put a rubber mat down if you don't already have one. Do pop a rubber mat down if you can, just to stop slipping. I don't want anybody to get hurt as you're doing this. And then the only extra thing that you need is just a normal bath towel. And all I've done is I've just rolled it up like a little sausage, and then I've put 2 rubber bands on it to just secure it in place so it stays nice and snug. And then you just need to pop this in the bottom of your bath. Yeah, so in your bath full of water, you're going to pop this towel down at the bottom, and we're going to rest the pelvis on here. And A, it will give more range of movement for the pelvis, and B, it will just stop you getting bruised on boshed, because if you're running your spine up and down the hard base in the back in the bath, you can end up actually with bruises down your spine. So we're going to prevent that by just using the towel instead. So I want you to get into your bath as you normally would, and then the towel goes under your pelvis. That's where you're resting it, and you're going to lie back in your bath as you normally would, but with the towel underneath your pelvis, legs up. And if you can, push your legs into the sides of the bath. Give yourself a little bit of resistance. Push those legs into the side of the bath. It will help to tense those muscles, and then that will start working on the deeper muscles within the pelvic floor. Yeah. So pushing those legs out to the sides of the bath. And then we're literally going to roll backwards and forwards. So we're just going to roll that pelvis forwards and roll it back again. Rolling it forwards and rolling it back again. And once you've got yourself comfy and you're confident with that movement,
want you to actually envision those muscles in your mind. And as you roll it back, I want you to envision those muscles contracting, yeah, getting shorter and smaller. You're tensing those muscles up as you pull back. And then as you roll forwards, you're stretching those muscles out, yeah? So contracting back down, rolling back, and stretching forwards, rolling forwards, yeah? So just think of those with your mind. When we do this in yoga, we tighten with the breath. So if you want to do that, then you can do that. As you roll back, you breathe out, contracting, contracting, and emptying the lungs. And as you roll forward, you breathe in, stretching, stretching, and filling the lungs up. So if you want to do it as a yogic movement, then you can do. Yeah. And for women, you're obviously going to be thinking about the muscles around the vagina and the anus. And for men, you can be thinking about the ring of muscles around the base of the penis spreading down into the prostate, and actually just envision those muscles contracting and stretching as you move, contracting and stretching. If you want to take it a little deeper, then you can put your hands on the inside edge of your thighs and just gently push as you do those movements. And again, you should be able to feel that it just takes the exercise just that little bit deeper as you push in with your thigh muscles. So it really is as simple as that we're just contracting back and stretching forwards, contracting back and stretching forwards, so that we're exercising all of the pelvic floor nice and deeply as we do those exercises. And the visualization element does help your body to contract and release, contract and release, contract and release, which is what we're trying to do. So I hope you enjoy that. I hope you get on well with that. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.